Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Morning Deuce Podcast. This is the Morning Deuce Podcast, Episode 5, Part 2. Just a quick programming note for all of our listeners out there. It's now May 2016. This episode was recorded in 2015. Back then, the movie we talk about called Teeth was on the Netflix. I just checked, and it's no longer on the Netflix. So, be aware that we're talking about a movie that you can probably find elsewhere. But it was on Netflix at one time, specifically when we recorded this here episode. Enjoy.
All right, so I think we're going to give these Southern biscuits and gravy chips a try.
All right.
I found these at the Dollar in Lodi. Along with this, we have Reuben sandwich, New York Reuben, and West Coast truffle fries, man. Would you do the honors, sir? Nick is taking the bag. He's going to open it and take
Please
a chip
call
out.
me by my middle name. It's also Nick.
Nick.
I was gonna say Dick.
Nick, Shy Nick.
Nick Dick.
Shy.
All right. So, Southern biscuits and gravy. Submitted by Haley Green. Great idea. It tastes not like I'm in Mississippi. Not like I'm in Alabama.
A little more south or a little less?
A little more like I'm just eating a potato chip with no flavor.
Oh. Send it around.
Biscuits and
I
gravy.
don't know, I'm getting nothing here.
So maybe I'm thinking none of these won that $1 million prize. So these were just the
These are the
That's
leftover
$1 million
chips.
prize?
these were the reject ones that they made that no one bought that eventually Family Dollar acquired through like a liquidation of shit that wasn't selling. They're not expired.
Well, that's good.
Right at the end, you get a little bit of a biscuits and gravy taste.
Right at the very
Right at the end.
But other than that, like, yes.
I guess
Okay.
I'm not taken by it. It's,
Okay.
No, I mean, I
The
would.
end, the beginning.
It's
I wouldn't
subtle.
say
It's subtle. It's there.
But yeah, it's not.
The flavor's good, but there needs to be more.
It's not strong at all.
So far reviews are mixed.
It's definitely biscuits and gravy. It's
definitely-
just not enough.
Okay.
I'm just picking up too much just salted potato, I guess.
Okay, so Nick's on the salt
Yeah,
potato
it's
tip.
it's blinded by just the salt.
There's
the
a-
sheer
there's a-
salt.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of it of the flavor on the back end. Is kind of what people are saying.
And at the-
It's right there at the front,
and the
and
front.
then it goes away, and then it kind of starts to
Okay.
come back. Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that.
I can't say they're bad, but I can't say they're good either.
No, that's a genius flavor.
It smells a little like
Yeah, they
get a
just
can
need
of
more.
sausage gravy.
They needed to somebody needed to tip the bottom of the can a little bit. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
But judging by how much is left on my fingers.
Don't shorten. Don't water down the drink.
Anyway, cold water right over
Yeah, it's a little too salty. I think the salt kind of overrides the biscuits and gravy flavor.
I would like to try a second round. I tried
go
a
for it.
singular
Go
trip.
for it. Maybe they get better the more you eat.
Cleanse my palate as
That's why I
well.
grabbed 3.
Bland and salty.
Wow. Salt overrides the flavor. You don't get it till the finish.
They're good. I mean, it's just a potato chip.
You know
but
the other thing you could do.
Sorry.
there. Maybe with a good dip or something that might help bring out the.
Or like some great biscuit
Yeah.
gravy.
Yeah.
Why not just make some biscuits and gravy? We'll scoop the biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, fuck the potato chips.
Fuck
Let's
the
just
potato
make
chips.
biscuits and gravy.
Just take the chips out of the equation and
You know what? Fuck you, Lay's.
You know, yeah, that's exactly how Lay's can improve it. Lay's can
go down to
just-
Georgia and get us some southern.
Well, it would be a lot better than just shipping bags full of air.
Lay's wavy West Coast truffle fries, submitted by Angie Fu.
Clearly,
F you.
yeah, clearly a hipster food submitted by hipster Asian American.
I love how everything's got like an additional title. It's not just biscuits and gravy. It's Southern biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
This
West
isn't just
Coast.
French
West
fries.
Coast.
I'm guessing they picked regional winners.
Yeah, and New York Reuben. I mean, you can get a Reuben in Wisconsin that's going to be the same
Yeah.
as a fucking Reuben in New York.
That's
Some
that's a
might
bold
argue it's
statement.
gonna
You might
be a
wanna
lot
watch
better.
That. There are New Yorkers who would fight to the death over that.
There's a pretty big Jewish population in Milwaukee that would argue with it.
Cheese makes it. We're in Wisconsin.
And Wisconsin makes the cheese.
Okay, bag opening.
Oh, we do. We do.
You make the... Never mind.
Don't get him started, Cody.
Cheese talk about.
Very
Okay.
colorful chip.
Oh, they're okay, so
Whoa.
they're ruffled.
Yes,
these
they
are
are
ruffled.
wavy.
That's not purple, that's green.
That is a green chip from the West Coast.
Seaweed.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you get any hint of truffle? I imagine there's probably like herbs.
I'm sorry.
Some kind of herbs.
Plenty of herb flavoring. I do pick up the truffle.
Okay.
Much more flavorful than the biscuits and gravy.
Can you taste the small?
No, but I do taste the radiation
Okay.
That is true West Coast. Okay.
coming in from Japan. Thank
Can you
very
taste the douchebag?
much. I do feel like a douchebag eating them. So
Okay, that
yes,
counts.
I believe
That counts.
douchebaggery comes along with it.
That counts.
I brought along these West Coast truffle fries, boys.
You gotta get out to California, man.
Yeah, man.
Man.
And be like everybody else out there,
I like them.
I can tell you right now,
right?
A little douchey.
A little douchey.
A little douchey.
little
You feel like
snobby.
you have the urge to go surfing.
I had that urge before, so
Okay.
Okay, I like the first chip.
Not so much.
read me the ingredients. What kind of truffles? Are we talking about black truffles here?
Here's what the ingredients say about any kind of truffle
truffle flavor.
ingredient. Truffle fries seasoning.
That's
Wait.
it?
No. Okay, I take that back. There is actually black truffle.
It lists black truffle.
It does. So here's what's all in these chips. Potatoes,
What?
No way.
Oh, I'll be damned.
vegetable oil. In your parentheses, you got sunflower, corn, and or canola
In
oil.
your parentheses.
Whatever we got around.
Truffle fries seasoning, and then in your parentheses, you got salt, cheddar cheese, and then in brackets,
Whoa.
you've got milk, cheese, culture, salt, enzymes. Out of the brackets, we go back into maltodextrin. Maltodextrin in brackets made from corn. Then we got spices in your brackets. We got including parsley. And then we got sunflower oil, garlic powder, lactose, whey protein concentrate, and then whey. Natural flavor corn syrup solids, Romano cheese, and in your parentheses we got cow's milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes. We got butter. In your brackets we got cream and salt. We got caramel color, yeast extract, buttermilk, skim milk, duck fat.
Duck fat. Really, good choice.
Yeah,
Chicken fat,
not as good as duck. But
sodium caseinate,
Nah, I love that shit.
sugar, black truffle, lactic acid, and Parmesan cheese. And in your brackets, we got milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes. And then in bold, right beneath that, it says contains milk ingredients. Maybe it's all just a joke on everybody because it was submitted by Angie. F you! I'll tell them it's some West Coast shit, but it's not. Whoa.
Does the Reuben come with a bang?
You can smell the crowd.
Nice.
Okay, so next up we got New York Reuben. Who do we got? We gotta
All
be
right,
in the
so
know.
New
They have
York
a-
Reuben.
New York Reuben. Who's this submitted by?
Submitted by Jeff Selinsky.
Swansky, eh?
Yeah, it's old Selinsky down the street.
Oh,
like
yeah,
he's
I
from
know that
Chicago.
Selinsky fella.
Yeah, he fucking loves a Reuben, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, heck of a guy, that guy.
Yeah.
What's Selinsky?
Yuck.
eat more than one chip.
I'm eating more than one
Mom
chip.
had those yesterday. She said one will taste like the meat, one will
Really?
taste like the cheese, one will taste like the crowd.
They do smell delicious.
So it's a
I will
blend.
say that as a Reuben fan, these smell like a Reuben.
I'll
So,
be
so
skipping
do
the
just
Reuben.
a small kind of pinch grab of several.
Start with a small chip.
Can you smell the bouquet?
It's like a flavor explosion in my mouth of
Lean into
kraut.
lean into the mic.
I think we
Kraut and meats, breads, and it's delicious. It's like you taste the dressing, the pickles. Ah,
Have another chip.
So
Have another chip. Yeah.
So this one lives up to
Yeah.
its claim.
oh, yeah. I mean,
Do you need
He
a?
hasn't passed the bag yet.
Do you need a?
they're not bad.
Would you like a towel?
I may have a place to finish.
Fresh pair of shorts.
Hey, it's not gay.
No, it's
Me and the Reuben aren't gay.
no.
We're white men.
You're white man.
Proving
Me
that
and
you're
Reuben.
not gay.
Yeah,
Proving that you're not gay.
by licking his asshole.
Yeah, see, they're pungent with the odor.
Yes.
If you put your nose in, you should really waft it, and rather than go all in.
It's a decent chip.
Oh. Yeah, that smells like a Reuben. That's the one legend.
Yeah.
It was implied, James. Don't worry about it.
You can take that away.
Really? You're not a Reuben fan?
Not happening.
Is it the kraut or what is it?
I can't stand cabbage in any form.
And the corned beef.
No, I like corned beef by itself.
But just not a cabbage fan?
Can't do it.
Shit, yeah.
Really?
Say out of all of them, I get that one.
Yeah.
The thumbs up?
The New York Reuben for the win.
Lisa's got the flavor tastes like it says.
Fucking New York. I mean,
That is a Reuben. It's not quite as juicy, but it's a fucking chip. That is perfect.
Yeah, that's very Reuben-esque.
much closer than the biscuits or much closer than the truffles.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a real book published. Real.
Yeast infection.
And other excuses.
Uh-huh.
A Marital guide to keeping them off of you.
Honest to God, this is a thing that got published
Okay,
and it's
so
out
it's-
there. You can
Looks
find
like
it.
It's from about
It's called. Okay, let me read
But
the
it's-
full title again. It's called Yeast Infection. It almost looks like a comic book cover, like it has the comic book code.
Yep.
Like a kind
Seal.
of pamphlet or a brochure you might
Okay,
find in a
yep, so-
doctor's office or a psychiatrist's office
I
or
was
something
thinking
like
an
that.
airport. I don't know.
Like a seat back on an airplane. Okay.
You know, this is how you'll survive a crash. This is how
Just
to keep your
above
husband
the-
off
This
you.
was before Sky Mall.
just above. Okay, it's in each bathroom stall in
Okay.
bars. Okay, but it's just above the flyers.
Like
for
out at
guy.
the flapper clubs.
Sure.
Kind of looks like a. Well, wait. I suppose those wouldn't be in a speakeasy.
I was
'cause
thinking
those
it'd be
people wanna
next to
get laid.
something that's there for like, take a number, I'll get you tricks, and just next.
Let me
to-
read the title in its
Just
entirety
next
again.
to pregnant and need money.
Okay, so it's a book called Yeast Infection and Other Excuses: A Marital Guide to Keeping Him Off of You. And yeah, it definitely looks like it's.
It's from like 1958 to 1960.
The
Go a
couple
little
is
earlier. Go a
uh,
little earlier.
The couple looks to be mid 60s,
But definitely
vintage. Okay,
in
not
that era.
age, but yeah, it looks like it's set in the mid 1960s. They look fairly affluent. She's got a beehive, and
Mm-hmm.
he's got this sort of almost a James Dean type thing going on.
For some reason, I'm just
he's
picturing a
got
counter
one
book
arm-
from that era that's just called something like "I don't care, I'm getting it anyway."
He's got and that's basically what's going on in the picture because he's got one arm around
Was
her,
this book written by a woman?
and another arm is
Your book's
cupping
written by a man.
the other hand.
I'm getting it anyways.
The other hand is like cupping her breast.
I drove
Okay.
across town for this shit.
And he's all smooching into her, and she's looking off and down into the corner, like,
I gotta check my cell phone.
let's just get this over with. I have collars to starch, you know.
She stares at the wall, goes into her cave, finds her spirit animal.
She's completely disinterested.
My
Slide.
50s mom speed is wearing off, and this is not the time, motherfucker.
I've got my prescript.
That's not the little helper mother was talking about. And it's little.
How many different excuses there are in that? I'd really like to know.
I would too.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'd like to look it up.
Oh, that's gotta be the number one.
But this is just one in a collection.
Yes.
Cure a headache.
Yep.
It's just
See,
one
that's why you
in
gotta go
a,
with diarrhea.
in a collection.
I mean, you tell a guy you got diarrhea, unless he a freak. I mean, I might still, but Normal people probably would. I mean, am I wrong?
I'd say
Am I
No.
wrong?
90% of people.
You're right.
probably wouldn't know.
I'm gonna shit all over you. I don't care.
I'm gonna
I
fucking
need
shit
to
out of
bust
you.
a nut.
This is just one in a string of hilariously poorly thought out book titles and book subjects, and I want to amass a collection in which there will also be The Muffin Muncher. Lots of these are children's books. Okay.
There's
The
a camel
Muffin
on the cover.
Muncher.
Helping others makes it easier for them to help you, which I find is actually a direct philosophical philosophical tenet of oral sex to begin with. Really. You're getting her there, so she'll then turn around and ravage you like a stupid fool.
Yeah.
And you'll wind up being a stupid fool, and it's great.
Yeah.
Well, you make the stupid fool face.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Then there's this gem.
The best dad is a good lover.
Yes.
By a doctor.
Dr. Charlie Shed.
Come on out back to my shed.
This one
That's a pseudonym.
by Teachings from Original Zen
name.
Master. This one's called Teachings from Original Zen Master Ripa Gunwad.
Oh, rip a good one?
No. Ripa Gudwan.
Good one.
The Zen of Farting. Obviously
Zen
not a
of
real
Farting.
book, but still, that's pretty
Reap a
fun.
good one.
Ripa Gudwan. Critics call it breathtaking.
Now that's a scratch and sniff if
Can
I've
we
ever
just,
heard
can we
it.
just print
Breath taking or
up
breath holding?
a sticker
That's what
Holding.
that, put it on one of the random books in the house?
Sure. This one is not so much. I'm sure the book is probably fairly serious, but the illustration is not. It's called "It's Easy to Play Classical Themes," and it's a piano student's book.
Wow.
The illustration's a little creepy there.
Yeah. So it's got the students sitting on Beethoven's lap.
Roll over Beethoven.
That looks just a little rapey.
Oh, look at the
Just a
face.
little.
Yeah.
The face, I mean, that's...
This
That's Michael Jackson shit right there.
and this might be.
Or E.T.
Oh, yeah.
E.T. was the creepy one.
This one appears to be an actual picture of a book, but it could be a mock-up.
How to raise your IQ by eating gifted children. Is there a subtext or is that the author's name?
Louis Burke Frumkes.
Frumkes?
Frumkes.
Frumkes.
Frumks. Frumks.
See, now that could have been saved just by putting the gifted children above.
And then there's this just absolute shit body image shaming one that I still would love to find.
Maggie goes on a diet.
Look at that.
She's kind of fat.
What a piece of shit.
And she's holding. She's fat. She's standing in front of a mirror and she's holding a really skinny dress.
Yeah, and her reflection in the mirror is
her
skinny.
skinny.
Enough to fit into said dress.
Well, maybe.
And who, is it a male or female author?
Paul M. Kramer.
Damn right.
Of
Yeah.
course it is.
This one, though, I've got to find this. This has to be worth money. Has to be worth money.
My first cavity surge.
Look at the faces.
Yes.
The
They got-
faces say it all.
The GSA agents have kind of rosy cheeks, or is that a rosy nose?
They look like illustrations of the characters from Bob the Builder. It's
Yeah.
the same shapes, the same eyes and noses.
I
It's
like
the
how the
same
one
thing.
is putting one glove on.
Yep.
And you definitely know
Oh,
it's the
he's ready to snap that thing.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah, he's
You
got
def-
porn stash.
You definitely know it's the TSA.
And here's his
too.
rookie.
Yep.
Let me show you how it's done, kid.
Littering and littering and.
Gotta relax the jaw muscle.
And in my day, we used blanks.
Sick fuck.
Oh, but this one takes the cake. Absolutely takes the cake. Harpo's Horrible Secret.
Oh, God.
God. I'm assuming Harpo is the kid.
Look at the coloring.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like it was done by a kid.
I think the kid is Harpo.
And that's the creepy step grandpa.
Yeah, he's the guy who owns that white van that doesn't have.
He just
back
hangs out
seats.
down at the park.
Yeah.
That's the best candy.
Yeah. So those are
And the fish.
those are some of the right. The reach around posture is already there.
Yeah.
famous last words of some of the most famous criminals.
Okay.
So the first one is Eileen Wuornos.
Eileen Wuornos.
Oh my look at the face.
She's got eyes that are about to pop out of her head.
Uh,
I do believe the movie Monster was based on her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'd just like to say I'm sailing with The Rock, and I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus, June 6th. Like the movie, big mothership and all, I'll be back.
So she's got Terminator, Independence Day, and Jesus.
All wrapped up into one.
Sounds like a brilliant movie idea, considering the stream of great movies coming out these days.
Right?
Hang on, I'm gonna take another bite of my big.
Yeah, so you got
nasty
The
sandwich.
Rock,
The
Independence
Rock,
Day,
yeah.
and I'll be back. Yeah, 3 movie references. Nicely done. James, what I'm reading is the famous last words of some of the most famous criminals.
Oh,
Famous last words.
and who were you talking about?
This
here?
is Eileen Wuornos. The movie Monster was based off of her.
Oh,
Charlize Theron,
Oh, yeah.
ugly as shit,
Oh,
only
yeah.
time in her
Yeah,
life.
her
yeah,
famous
no,
last
right.
words.
Just any other time I've seen her, I've been like,
Ready to pop a.
Yeah,
thumbs
she
down.
was pretty scary in that
if
one.
I leave now, how quickly can I have my dick in that? It's the soonest.
But Eileen's famous words were, I'd just like to say I'm sailing with The Rock, and I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus on June 6th. Like the movie, big mothership and all, I'll be back.
So there's literally like 3, maybe even 4 movie references in there. We have The Rock, great movie, Cage and
I love
Connery. And we've got Independence Day and Terminator. I'll be back. But then she also says something about
Sailing, I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus.
with Jesus. What's after the Jesus bit?
June 6th.
Okay, what's after June 6th?
Like the movie, Big Mothership.
Big Mothership. So maybe like
that might be Close Encounters.
I was just gonna say Close Encounters. Close
Could be
Encounters.
it.
Thank you, Nick and Courtney.
And then we have Amelia Dyer. Quote says, I have nothing to say.
I think my cup was still on fire when you gave it to me. It's really warm. And
Yeah.
Kyle said it was smoking.
You gotta check it.
Gotta smush that shit out. Come
We're
on.
drinking absinthe. It's green
Absinthe.
and delicious.
All around. William Bonin?
Bonin, okay, does it list what he did?
It doesn't say what they did. But his famous words were, I would suggest that when a person has a thought of doing anything serious against the law, that before they did that, they should go to a quiet place and think about it seriously. So before you commit a murder, go somewhere quiet
Before you get on
and think about
He
it.
was the freeway killer.
The freeway
freeway
killer.
killer, okay.
Convictions: first-degree murder, robbery, sodomy, and mayhem. Victims: 21 to 36 plus.
Convicted of mayhem?
I apparently
You can be convicted of sodomy?
Criminal mayhem is a thing.
died in
Criminal mayhem.
February 26, 1996. I'm sorry, 27, 2030, 20. I don't know. I need more.
You need
Your
some...
absinthe is coming.
I need booze.
What do you got next?
Barbara Graham.
Sounds like a school child rapist.
And she looks pretty harmless, I mean, really. And her quote is, good people are always so sure they're right. Good people are always so sure they're right.
No, it comes with the experience.
Wow.
And then you got John Wayne Gacy Jr.,
Yeah.
the clown killer himself. Kiss my ass.
That was his last words?
John Wayne Gacy Jr. His last words
I've got no
were,
respect
kiss
for
my
that man.
ass.
Kiss my ass.
What, he's a clown killer, come on. You didn't like that?
No, not really.
He is it. No.
He bored me.
He bored me.
He was no Bundy.
Kiss my ass.
Although Bundy cried like a bitch on death row.
Did he?
Yeah, dude.
That's what I hear too.
Mhm. He was not very impressive on his
He
last
was
few hours.
He was a really intelligent fucking weirdo.
Oh, he was amazing.
He was a genius.
Donner didn't even make it to death row.
So now we have Manuel Pina Babbitt.
Emmanuel Pena Babbitt.
Is that like Charlie Babbitt from like The Rain Man?
Or like Emmanuel Lorena
Lorena
Babbitt.
Babbitt.
Just being maybe they're from Boston.
Boston
Baston.
The Baston Babbitts.
Well, I lost my khakis.
Yeah, shit.
I lost my khakis.
That's a big
I lost
problem,
my
Babbit.
khakis in Baston.
I tell you what, that's a big,
must
that's
be
a
a
wicked
Babbit.
big problem, Babbit.
Who's the khakis in Boston?
Fucking pepper fun.
What did Babbitt say?
Babbitt just says, I forgive you all.
Oh, that was sweet.
It was nice of him to forgive us right before he was, killed.
Remember that time that you raped and murdered 14 little children and stuck their bodies in tiny little underground holes all around the country? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Keep it touch.
Yes.
That was one thing, like, right after I had seen Ted, I was at the store with Mom, and we went through a whole aisle of Pepperidge Farm shit, and both of us just could not stop laughing.
Who do we got next? This one looks lengthy.
Peter Curtin. Tell me, after my head has been chopped off, will I still be able to hear, at least for a moment, the sound of my own blood gushing from the stump of my neck? That will be a pleasure to end all pleasures.
Teeth.
Wonderful
on Netflix.
film.
So,
Wonderful film.
Nick said he saw it a couple years ago. You just watched it, or like kind of speed watched it a little bit.
I speed watched
the
it.
good
I couldn't
parts.
take the bad
You
acting.
porn watched it.
Oh, so you
I
guys missed
watched-
so
No,
much. You missed so
I took
much.
a little
The
longer
key-
than that because I did watch all of the essential scenes.
Okay, so from what I understand, there's a couple of different storylines that sort of interwoven here. From what you explained in the beginning, there's scene of her and her brother as young children, and
Correct.
they supposedly live near a nuclear facility or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
You see
Okay.
2 nuclear towers in the background of their
Cooling.
house.
They're cooling towers.
Cooling towers,
To be
okay.
perfectly honest.
Right.
They're cooling towers. They're not actually.
So obviously the
radioactive.
town we
But
live
the
in.
imagery implies.
Yes, that's
Yes.
what's that's what's implied.
And then later, when she's a little long in the cooch suit,
Yes, a little long. We'll just say that early on here. But no, what I get from it is there's an incident that happens when they're children, and you're like, okay, what the fuck?
So essentially, what you see is her opening up her underwear. You don't see that part, of course.
No, they
that
don't
would
show
just be wrong,
Right.
considering everything else we've talked about tonight.
That would be wrong.
But
That would be
there's
wrong.
There's an implication
But
here of
you
that-
get the implication that the boy takes his hand and puts it into the young girl's panties. At which point we scan back to the parents. They're all happy, lovey-dovey, and we hear the boy scream.
Yep.
We pan back to the boy, and
Panic ensues.
Yep, we see the boy, a close-up on his finger, has a huge gouge out of it. A huge
tear.
a rip.
Something.
The skin has been separated from the bone.
I'll tell you what I thought when I saw his finger.
Okay.
That's a snapping turtle bite. It's pretty similar.
Very,
except
very
for
similar.
There were multiple punctures, like it had more teeth on its beak. But
Yes.
yeah,
So there was multiple
that's a
penetrations, is what you're saying.
snapping.
Through the skin of his finger, yes. So what I understand then is it cut to the future.
We
Many
jump-
years down the
We
road.
jump probably about, I would say, 10, 12,
High
14 years.
High
down the-
school.
Yep.
Yeah,
the little
she
girl
seems to
is
be
now
like
in
a-
high school.
She's
is
like a junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is a speaker for purity.
Yeah, the
for
promise
for
ring
abstinence.
or whatever.
Yes,
the
the promise ring.
ring.
Yes.
The abstinence.
We all know what that is.
Yeah,
It's all
right.
bullshit, but yeah.
She meets a boy at one of her purity rallies. You know, fucking crap.
But the
He's
funny
a-
thing I have to
he's
point
a-
out though is that not everyone in the crowd was,
No.
was
Well,
the purity
that's the
ringers.
thing.
Some
Right.
people were just like
Some were, well, they were
Fuck
talking about that, the amount of pledges they were gaining, the amount of people who were following their cult into boredom. Fuck me, seriously, who? It is. Who
Yes.
the fuck wants to go wait till marriage to get laid?
right.
Seriously.
No.
you don't need birth control if you're not having sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked out great for Texas.
Oh yeah.
Give me condoms and let me fuck.
No, but the thing to point out is that this guy that she starts hanging out with, he's a transfer student or something. He's new to the group.
He's new to the group. He
because
is
her
just
circle of friends.
He
he's not
just
part
moved
of.
back to town. He knew people in town before.
Yeah.
Because he was friends with one of the people at the school.
Right,
one of
but
the
like he
guys.
moved away and then came back. or
Exactly.
something.
And he's a
Yeah.
good-looking fella.
Yes.
Sure.
Mildly attractive. You know, I'm not gay, but he is white. So
Hey. I'm not completely white over here.
You're uber white.
1/16 black.
well then don't you go sucking no cock. Fucking queer.
I am the whitest black guy you'll ever meet.
So yeah, she meets this guy, they start kind of semi-dating.
Sure.
In a sense, they back off from each other because they're both like, oh, well, I had thoughts about you, I had thoughts about you. Yeah, fucking move on and jerk off, whatever you gotta do. But they don't. So eventually that moves forward, and they do start seeing each other.
Yeah, but this is all like 40 minutes into the film. They start actually hooking up.
Right. They go to this local swimming hole / makeout spot / fuckfest zone.
Waterfall with a
I saw that part.
It's
Yeah.
very pretty.
A place prime for the skinny dip.
And this is
yeah.
what I'll say: the scenery, the set design was actually really nice for that scene.
Yeah,
I thought
their location scout was very talented because
Yeah.
they found that spot and it is perfect.
It
It's
was
all
a
natural.
wonderful spot.
Yeah.
So he convinces her to go back into the cave that's behind the waterfall.
Yeah.
And they start making out. Obviously, you have the strong moral compass of Miss Purity.
Sure.
She
The ring and everything.
She starts backing out. He wants to move forward. He says a great line, which I absolutely loved, which was, "I haven't jerked off since Easter." And then he proceeds to slam her onto the ground, which she like hits her head, goes
and she kind of goes woozy and gets a little knocked
little
out.
lightheaded.
Tweety birds.
At which point,
Yeah.
Floating around
the
her face.
good Purity boy kind of loses his shit and becomes Mr. Rapist. He, back to Teeth, the movie.
On Netflix. It's still on Netflix. Watch it.
I absolutely recommend it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
I would too.
But,
And I watched-
anyways,
I
he-
watched it in 2 minutes.
exactly. And
Horribly great.
suddenly, there's a clinch.
Yeah.
You know the clinch. You know the
clinch.
clinch when something's just wrong when you're fucking. Like you ate burritos before sex.
Yeah.
And you get the clinch, and you just freeze. Well, she freezes, he freezes, he starts to freak, she starts to freak, he stands up, he doesn't have a penis. He like falls into the water and tries swimming away. She basically realizes that there's a penis laying next to her that we don't
Lots
know how
of
that
blood.
got there.
There's lots of blood.
Okay.
Tons
we
of
don't know.
blood.
We don't quite know yet how it got there.
No.
So basically, when we have this long dramatic scene of her just like against the rocks.
Detachable penis.
Yes, great song. Acting all shocked and shit. Bitch, you know what you got in your vajayjay.
Yeah.
You know you got Satan down there.
That ain't no rhinestone.
So she goes home all freaking out. She decides to go to the gynecologist. Probably one of my favorite scenes in the film.
This is the scene that I
Yes.
watched.
One of
That
my
that-
favorite scenes.
I was told to not gloss over this scene,
No.
and also the title of this episode may actually stem from this scene. So,
Just breathe through the
but
pain.
okay, so you said it was a. You said the guy. You were telling me the gynecologist was a creepy dude that kind of looked like who?
Ben Stiller.
Yes,
A little bit.
Kind of.
little
Little
bit.
bit.
Weren't we
He's
talking
good.
about Auschwitz before?
He's really good at making you not like him
Only 40 kids remember.
in anything. And when she's all like going to the gynecologist
Yeah.
and that's the dude, I'm like, oh, this will be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
So she goes in to get checked out. Shit's not right.
I believe there's a direct quote where she says something
Brad.
along the lines of, "I just need you to tell me if there's anything weird."
Oh
going
no,
on
Brad
down
is her
there."
brother. Okay, so anyway, she's at the gynecologist, and she's just like, "Look, I just want to get checked up, make sure everything's all right down there."
Yeah.
And you
Why
know,
else would you go to a gyno?
Yeah, well, he asked her, well, what brings you in today? And she's just like, "Look, I've never
Yeah.
done this before," type thing. He's like, "Oh, okay, well, this is your first time."
Sure.
Hop up on the stirrups.
Legs in the air.
Puts on the glove. All right. Looks around a little bit down there. All right, you're pretty cool. Well, let's do this for a little bit. Brings down the flashlight. Takes the glove off. Covers his whole hand.
Slathers his hand.
Slathers his hand in
in
lube.
jelly.
But he takes the glove off.
Takes the
Oh,
glove off.
yes.
Now you may feel a little pinch.
Yeah, he says we're just gonna be checking you for flexibility.
Yes. Proceeds to fist our newly deflowered young lady.
Just breathe through the pain.
Yeah.
Just breathe
just raped.
through the pain.
Just relax into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the guy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Older picture of him, though.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I see the description.
He begins to fist fuck our newly deflowered young lady.
Yep.
And
Freshly raped.
at which point we do get, of course, to the clench scene.
And well, you know, when
Which
a
is
clench happens,
preceded.
what happens? Something bad.
Which is preceded by a shot of him, okay, and you're looking past her spread legs with the gown over that you can't see anything.
Like from her head looking
He's-
towards
Yep.
him. Yeah.
But
I like
he's
that
got
angle.
his whole. I mean, it's like to the shelf.
Yeah, it's,
He's
he's in there. He's in there.
with the gown.
He's up in there at
He's
least.
in there.
And he's wiggling stuff around and making a face and going, "What? what did you put up here? And therein starts the clench scene.
Yes. Now this is the
At which
part
point-
that I watch where he is immediate panic. I mean, something's wrong,
Oh yeah.
and he is locked in.
What?
He's
Yeah.
locked in, and he is trying to pull out and move around in the table.
He is
and,
pulling this girl all over this table.
She is moving right along with his arm.
It's like a Burmese pussy trap.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, you got that scene with the gynecologist, and it's just so beautifully done.
It really
Okay,
was.
he finally gets his hand out. He finally gets his hand out,
favorite-
and you get to see all 4 fingers
Yeah.
hit the floor.
Right, but my favorite aspect of the whole thing is the fact that right before that is she flips over. And
Oh, yeah,
there's
she's
this
on,
look
like-
of
yeah.
like it's almost like a
She's like on her stomach.
proctology exam or something, you know, and she's
Gone wrong.
on her stomach and she's like, what the fuck is going on back there? And then he rips his arm away, and then you get the 4 fingers on the floor, and the screaming and the blood, and she grabs her clothes and leaves, and it's like.
But
my
he
Saturday
then
nights.
says something about, it's true,
We'll fix that in post.
vagina dentata.
Yes, he calls it out.
Oh, I
he calls
missed
it
that.
out.
Yep, he calls out. I had the subtitles on because that's usually I watch Netflix when I'm going to bed.
The
And
subtitles from Vivid Video are riveting.
that's
There's
during
the
the anal
Bang
scene.
Bros subtitles, which are all in parentheses. Slapping, moaning, dribbling, squirting, breathing,
Laughing,
laughing.
Crying, raping,
laughing some more.
pooping. But yes, he declares vagina dentata, which
He
The
declares.
mythical beast.
could only mean a toothy vagina. Like there's teeth in there that are
Well-
biting off fingers and dicks.